Hi boys and girls. Today we're going to be creating some name art, and we are going to need to start by making a border around our paper. So you'll have a ruler, and I want you to just think about like what is about the width of a piece of masking tape, say, and just lightly draw yourself some lines. You can do it. I'm just going to turn my paper each time. I want to get it about the same width, so just kind of put your ruler a similar distance so you end up with a border. Okay, and this is just to remind you not to go to the edge of your paper. Okay, so my border is this inside square. Okay, and you can do your name, your letters for your name with pencil and then trace it with Sharpie. That's what I'd recommend. Or you could just do it with Sharpie. I'm going to go ahead and do it with pencil first. You're going to write your name in here, and each letter of your name needs to be touching. So this was an example that I did, but I did it with a thicker marker line, and we're not going to probably do that. But you can see I did M-R-S for Mrs., and then I made a period, but I made it look like a little O, and then W-A-L-K-E-R. Now I didn't use all capitals. You can see I used some lowercase, some uppercase. You can do whatever you want, but they do need to be touching. So this little space right here, that's not good. That should actually be touching. This should be touching, okay? Because you want to create different shapes in here. We're going to paint in those shapes to make this look like a window art. So I could do a really big M, but then I'd have to fit Mrs. Walker in here. So I think I'm going to just go halfway like I did before. And I'm just going to do an M, and then my R. I'm going to do it where it kind of touches over here, and then make this part come down. And my S. Now I could stop my S right there. I could curl it around in here if I want to. I think we're just going to do that. Then this is going to be the dot, because this is an abbreviation for Mrs. So Mrs. always has a period after it. Now I could put a little W in here if I want to, and then put walk, A-L-K-E-R here. I think I might do that. I'm going to make this a skinny W, because I want it to be different than the last one I made. So there's my W. And then A, I think I'm going to make my A touch right there. I'm going to do a capital A this time. And then my L, let's see, I could put it right here. Yeah, I'll do that. L. And I'm going to make the bottom of my L curve up, just so that I get another shape here. You could do one. This is my K, so here's the line for my K, and then I'm going to connect it here and here. Or I might stack E and R here. So I think I'm going to go E and R, and then I'm done. Now you can see I've created lots of cool shapes in here, right? If you start looking at the space in between the letters, look at all the different interesting shapes I've created. Second step is to get your Sharpie and trace. First, I want you to trace this border line. Now you don't go all the way to the edges here. If you want, you can erase this part here so you don't accidentally trace it. I might just do that just so I don't forget and accidentally trace that, because I don't want it to ever go to the edge. I want it to be like a frame. So trace around, and then trace each line of your letters. Make that connect. Okay, now we're ready to move on to the second step. Well, I'm going to erase that pencil line too, so I don't. If you see any of your pencil lines where you didn't exactly trace over, you might want to get rid of those too before you do this. Okay, now we're going to take some clear plastic. You can see this clear plastic, and we're going to lay that over top of our letters, and then you're going to take some tape And you want the tape to line up with those black lines. So I'm going to put that there. So right along, you want it to go right along just outside of that black border line that you have there. So this is going to hold the clear plastic to the paper. And then we're going to take glue, black glue. So I've got some glue that I've added some black color to. And we're going to trace these lines, each one of our lines with black glue. We're going to let that dry, and next week we'll come back and we'll add some color to each of these sections, make ourselves some window art. Okay.